Hello, I'm PAK and I'm an explorer. Today, the most beautiful and wild-filled place that is special to me is my very own home. I live in rural Devon, right out in the countryside. I know I'm lucky, but some of the most amazing wildlife can be found in places that you might not even realise. Let us have a look at wildlife where we are by exploring town and country. Have a think about what you might find. Today we will be exploring the wilds of my home in the countryside, and in the next episode I will take you on a trip through a city to see what we might find there. First, here in Devon, let's take a little walk down to the pond and around the fields. Follow me. The swallows have returned from their epic trip. Did you know they fly each year to the southern hemisphere and back again to the very same nests? They are hungry from their travels, and so they are zooming around the fields in the hope of insects to feast on, and are busily gathering nest materials to build with. There are lots of wires above us. They're often a good place to spot birds, and today there is a sparrowhawk sitting on the wire above our chickens. Very suspicious. Sparrowhawks are excellent hunters and can be found in woodland as well as more urban areas and gardens. Kestrels are also birds of prey that are often seen here. They hover high above the ground and swoop down on unsuspecting prey. As we wander through the grass, I notice how short it is for this time of year. There has been little rain and it has been much colder than usual. Our sheep and horses are hungry, so we've had to give them extra hay and feed them to help them until the spring grass starts growing a bit faster. The wildlife area is a patch which we have fenced off from grazing livestock, and we hope to return it back to nature. We have left the grass to grow long, and there is a little willow copse, a group of trees that is. These were planted here to dry up the field as it can get a bit boggy in the winter, and willows love to slurp up the groundwater. Willows are really useful trees as they grow quickly, and there are many different types. The young branches are very bendy and strong and can be woven into wreaths and baskets and even furniture. We have left piles of dead wood in the copse to encourage wildlife to make their homes in it. Some of the trees have scratches on them, which we are sure come from badgers. If we look down at our feet, there are woodlice and ants and other insects scuttling in the undergrowth. They love mouldy wood and trees. As we near the pond, the ground gets squidgier. One day we hope to plant more bog-loving plants, but for now we follow the mowed paths and see what we can see as we edge past the pond. There are lots of ducks on the pond today, splashing and quacking. We mainly see mallards, which are pretty common, but there is also a nesting pair of Canada geese that return every year and make a nest on the overgrown island. It will be lovely to one day see them with a trail of fluffy goslings behind them. We often see little moorhens on the pond. They're black little wading birds with red beaks. They like to shelter between the reeds and rushes for safety. Sometimes there is a grey heron that visits the pond. I'm sure he is searching for fish, but I'm pretty sure there aren't any in there. I love watching his huge, majestic wings unfold as he takes flight, and his legs dangle down below his sleek body. Herons wait at the edge of the water and see what comes along to hunt. When they see a fish, their slimline heads dart into the water, stabbing their catch all in one stealthy, smooth movement. Along a bit further there is a big water pipe, the overflow to the pond. I've often found dragonfly eggs there on the edge that dips into the water. They also lay eggs on sticks that touch the surface of the water, so important not to chop back all the foliage around ponds like this. There are light open water patches and dappled shady areas. This mixture allows lots of different types of creatures to enjoy it. There have been lots of frog and toad spawn in the pond, and I'm looking forward to seeing what amphibians we'll find later in the season. I found a baby newt the other day. Great crested newts are a species that are protected in Europe. When I sit on the other side of the pond, I can see where some of the willow and other trees have self-seeded. Sometimes I see little oak saplings. We try and move them and look after them if they are growing in a spot where they aren't likely to survive. Nature needs a little help sometimes. I love looking down into the grass and seeing what I can see that's small and wondering what the world looks like from where they are. Sometimes I concentrate on the sounds that I can hear, birds whistling and calling, sheep bleating in the fields, woodpeckers tapping on tree trunks. Did you know the best time to hear birds is during the dawn chorus early in the morning? They are signalling to each other that they are there and it is their territory. How many different bird calls can you hear, I wonder? The thing I notice most about wildlife is how interconnected it is. The plants, the insects, the algae, the fungi, the birds and the larger animals, they all have a place they call home. They all need each other. The more we can give them the materials and conditions that they need to live with, the more they will thrive. Isn't it wonderful to see a place bursting with nature? Whether country or town, nature is everywhere. You just have to look and listen. Now, you have a go. Our Planet Action Kit for this month will help you to make the most of your wildlife explorations. Remember to let us know how you get on. Bye for now. See you next month.